As public employees, it is particularly important that we conduct ourselves in a manner that assures and promotes the public's trust in Vermont state government. In this video, we'll do a quick overview of important employee responsibilities so you'll be aware of the basic principles of some of the most important policies. This is not a comprehensive review. Later in your orientation, you will be provided with a set of policies that you must read and acknowledge that you understand the information contained in those policies. The state of Vermont is opposed to and prohibits unlawful discrimination in the workplace. Supervisors and managers have a duty to provide a workplace free from discrimination, and all employees are encouraged to report any discrimination they experience or witness. The state of Vermont is an equal opportunity employer and is committed to offering equal employment opportunities in accordance with state and federal laws. All state employees are responsible for providing a work environment that fosters mutual respect, acceptance, and equal opportunity. The state of Vermont prohibits sexual harassment. Sexual harassment violates an individual's basic civil rights, undermines the integrity of the workplace, and adversely affects employees and the public we serve. All employees are expected to comply with this policy and take appropriate measures to ensure that sexual harassment does not occur. In addition, every manager and supervisor is responsible for providing a workplace free from sexual harassment. The state of Vermont endorses the mandate of the Americans with Disabilities Act and the ADA Amendments Act, which prohibits employment discrimination on the basis of disability. This policy contains ethical principles and rules to inform employees of their ethical obligations and provides a framework to enable employees to undertake their duties in a manner which is honest, impartial, free of conflicts of interest, and avoids even the appearance of unethical behavior. We'll review some of the principles contained in this policy. State employees must be free of financial conflicts of interest or the appearance of conflicts of interest, which may arise when an employee has a private financial interest which could be affected by his or her performance of official duties. For instance, if an employee oversees a construction contract and the contractor is her domestic partner, the employee has a conflict of interest. Lack of impartiality is the principle that employees must carry out their official duties with the goal of serving only the interest of the state, rather than their own interests or that of any other party, whether for financial gain or otherwise. For instance, if an employee reviews a grant application to her agency and one of the applicants is an outside organization where her father serves on the board of directors, the employee's impartiality may be reasonably questioned. Employment outside of state government, while not generally prohibited, may cause ethical concerns when it relates in any way to state employment. For this reason, if you have outside employment, speak with your HR administrator or supervisor to examine whether any ethical concerns exist. Nepotism occurs when family or other close relationships between state employees may inappropriately influence the hiring process or any other element of state employment, or cause the perception of such inappropriate influence. Such relationships must be disclosed and evaluated for potential nepotism issues. State resources, including official time, equipment, systems, and personnel, are to be used to meet state goals and missions. Using state resources to serve an employee's personal interest or any other outside party's interest is misuse and is prohibited. For instance, if an employee expedites a neighbor's application for state services before those of others properly processed first, this is misuse of the employee's position. To avoid bribery or the appearance of such, employees are prohibited from accepting gifts from outside sources, with some specific exceptions. Soliciting charitable donations or commercial business in the state workplace can lead to violations of many of the ethical rules. Therefore, such activity is strictly limited. The state of Vermont is responsible for maintaining safe, efficient working conditions for its employees and citizens we serve by providing a drug-free workplace. It is the state's goal to provide healthy and safe work environments for all employees to ensure that the health hazard created by secondhand smoke is removed from the workplace. Internet, electronic and wireless communication devices and services, and email capabilities are resources to facilitate the work of state government. Limited personal use of such resources is allowed when it meets certain guidelines. You may run for and hold public office in your community and campaign for and hold elective office in political clubs and organizations. You may actively campaign during non-work hours for candidates for public office and may also be a candidate for partisan political office at the state or national level, as long as your candidacy is not in conflict with federal law or state policy. You are responsible for arriving at and leaving work according to your assigned work schedule. You are also responsible for notifying your supervisor of any planned or unplanned absences. Be sure you understand your work schedule and ask your supervisor if you have questions. The standard workday ensures that state offices are open and accessible to the public during these hours, including the noon hour. Employees may request a temporary change in their daily or weekly work schedule and/or shift, and alternate or flexible work schedule options may be available. Each department makes every effort to provide a safe and healthy work environment. It is your responsibility to perform your duties and operate equipment safely. If during the course of your work you notice a situation that may endanger your own or someone else's health or safety, notify your supervisor immediately. Safety is everyone's responsibility. The State Employees Labor Relations Act provides the basis for collective bargaining between the state and its employees. Full membership in the VSEA and the VTA, respectively, is open to all employees in the applicable bargaining units, except where expressly excluded by statute or by order of the Vermont Labor Relations Board. All employees hired into a classified position within a bargaining unit are covered by the agency fee provisions detailed in state statute. Agency fees are paid through an automatic payroll deduction from eligible employees who are not full members of the VSEA or VTA. The fee is used to defray certain costs incurred by the union in fulfilling its duty to represent all employees within its respective bargaining units. Employees are paid every 2 weeks on Thursdays. As a new employee, you will not be paid until your 4th week of employment, as we are paid for work performed during the previous pay period. You are required to set up a direct deposit of your salary to an account with a financial institution. Later in this orientation, you will have the opportunity to set up your direct deposit. New classified employees serve an original probation period, usually lasting 6 months. It is a working test period designed to give the employee time to learn the duties of the position and demonstrate satisfactory performance of its duties, and to give the supervisor time to evaluate the employee's potential and performance. Congratulations! You have completed the Employee Responsibilities video. Welcome to the team!